Today we are going to talk about finding time to bullet journal. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. Today I thought we'd talk about finding time to bullet journal, and these are the bullet journals I've had over my bullet journaling life. 5 years I believe, with some break in between, but I meant to do a face video today, but I haven't been able to get around to it. So what I thought was I would talk to you about finding time to bullet journal while I do some epic flip throughs of my bullet journal throughout the years. So something I want you to keep an eye open for is the number of pages that are left blank or layouts that are blank and then how I just kept going. The other thing I want you to pay attention to is how my journaling evolved over the years. I'm going to start off by saying if something is important to you and something adds value for you, you will make time for it. You will find the time, or you will make the time for it. And it's the exact same with bullet journal. If you can find something of value, or if it adds something to your day or to your week, you're going to find a way to do it. So basically, you're going to start with the basics to see where that value lies, and you're going to go from there. You're going to start off with small little bits of creativity, just to take away from feeling overwhelmed by Instagram or Pinterest. Like, don't spend too much time there when you're just starting out. On the flip side, if you are looking at those gorgeous layouts, why not pick one element you like in a specific layout and try and incorporate that into your journal? Just something small. It doesn't have to be the whole layout or the whole month. It can just be something simple. And then it's also super important that you find something you like and enjoy. So if you don't enjoy watercoloring, don't do watercolor in your journal. I know that sounds so simple, but it's really hard to not get carried away by seeing all the beautiful watercolor layouts out there, and you're like, oh, I have to watercolor now. But no, you don't. You can do whatever you want, and I think it's really easy to forget that. And so I've basically broken this down into 4 ways that you can start finding time to bullet journal in your life while working on your creative bullet journaling skills. So let's get into the 4 ways you can start finding time to do bullet journaling. So first and foremost, and this is if you're starting bullet journaling, this is if you get overwhelmed, you're going to go back to keeping it simple. Your bullet journal has to work for you. If it becomes a chore, you're not going to use it. So you're going to want to make sure that it is working for you. So one way you can do that is to do a brain dump, why and what you want to use your journal for. And that way you're going to stay focused and kind of work on keeping that journal in your daily habits. Once you have that daily journaling habit, you're going to want to start small when it comes to creative journaling. That can be introducing color with sticky notes or highlighter or colored pen. Just, writing the days of the week in colored pen, or highlighting in highlighter, just something to just start adding those pops of color. You can take that a step further by incorporating color themes into the month. So whatever my color palette for the month is, I keep those pens separate, and so that I can just quickly reach for them and get to work. So that's something you can consider doing. Once you start getting into the color palette habit and journaling habit every day, you're going to start finding affordable add-ons. Whether those are printable layout ideas that are either free or that you pay for, or stickers that are free or that you can download and pay for, inexpensive supplies that you want to experiment with. I know IKEA has watercolored pencils for reasonably cheap, so that you can start experimenting with style and ideas and tools and techniques that you like using and will be easy to incorporate. Throwing a sticker down is just so simple and gives you kind of that pop of color and creativity, and just kind of, I don't know, for me it helps lift my day. So that's something you can do. Next, you're going to want to start experimenting. So dedicate a square every week for creativity to practice and experiment. So that square can be for doodling, lettering. You can even practice shading with colored pencils or brush lettering, just something, just having that square in your notebook every week to remind you to kind of start playing around and start incorporating simple creative aspects into your notebook. Now, this last point is probably the most important and the hardest point, but you need to be kind to yourself on your creative journaling journey. The other point I mentioned at the beginning of this video was watching how I evolved over time. And if I look back now, I remember at the time I thought, this is so cool, this is so great. And now I look back and I'm like, I don't know, that could have been better. So you just need to be able to understand that you're on a journey. You're not going to be a superstar overnight. Even the best, most amazing bullet journalers that you see out there have A, been doing it for an extended period of time, or B, they have an artistic background that they're able to incorporate into their journals. So definitely be kind to yourself, and that way you're going to start finding more joy in your journal instead of being hard on yourself. I hope you liked this video today. I do have links down to my blog post as well as my Patreon that you can check out if you want to further your creative journaling journey. Otherwise, thank you so much for your time today. I really appreciate it. If you can leave a like or a comment, I would love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for watching today.